Hey everybody, it's your girl here, Tawana, with Table Talks with Tawana. I'm actually sitting out in the car just getting some solitude. Sometimes I just gotta sit still and that brings me to my topic today, being true to yourself, knowing your triggers, knowing when you're tapped out, knowing when you need to sit still. And just like when your body gives you signals, you got to listen to your spirit. You got to know when you got to pull back and all this stuff, and you got to know when to say no. And what that means for me is, staying true to yourself basically is when you have an inclination of something that you shouldn't be doing, or like a warning or something that you should do, that's staying true to yourself. So you really got to sit still sometimes and don't just fly off the seat of your pants, because sometimes we do things that we think we're doing good, but it's really not helping. So, sometimes I just sit still and just meditate and listen and just hear, from God about a lot of situations, because I just yield. I just want to be totally yielded, because I used to be, one of my clients said, Tawana, you over accommodate. I just would book people and try to do my best with getting people in, but I know I had a physical limitation as far as my body. I can't physically get 100 people in one day unless I'm going to absolutely kill myself and overwork myself and piss off a lot of my clients. People, you don't get mad because I said pissed. They were pissed. Upset was a small thing. But basically being true to yourself is knowing you're setting healthy boundaries. And I heard from one of the great icons said that if they were to go back in time to their younger selves prior to them achieving a certain level in their lives, what would they do differently, or what they wish they would have do differently? And they quoted this, said, if I could go back, I would tell my younger self to set healthy boundaries and learn what those things are. Because unfortunately, there are some people that are unscrupulous they just come to deplete. They call them workers of iniquity or whatever. There's people that just really solely just think about themselves. They don't look at the higher good. They don't look at the outcome. They don't understand cause and effect. So, they come in like a locust and just deplete you, and you are no good for yourself or nobody. So, and I know I've said this in my video, before, in the airplane, and let's say you're riding with a child, you have to put your oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help the child. Why? Because you can become depleted of air while trying to put the mask on the child's face, and both of you perish. So it's best because you have time, you don't know how much, but if you could put the oxygen mask on your face first, you're saved. Now you can save someone else. So what that means to me is I have to take time to myself. I have to get into solitude. I cannot allow, even though I love, even on my own children, my mom, if I am depleted, I'm no good for anybody else. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And yes, it might affect some people. They might get upset about it. They may not understand why you need this, but it's up to you to know where you are, so you won't be triggered and depleted. Because if you're no good to yourself, you're no good to anybody else, just like I said. So I literally had to come out into the car, homeschool my children, and we're done. But I also have organizations that I run, and I'm so grateful for the mastermind, that's behind that, the ambassadors of Sisters Inspiring Sisters, and the other things that I have going on, but I also have to understand that if I am to carry out this vision, I have to make sure that I am at my optimum best, because I'm not of good service. I'm not serving anybody by being a yes girl. So be prepared. If you call me, you might go straight to voicemail, because my phone sometimes is on do not disturb, and it's nothing to anybody. I'm no good to you if I'm not getting the rest I need. I'm no good to you if I don't get myself poured back into and all I do is pour out. I'm no good to you. And you have to understand that too. So saying no period, is okay. People don't get to come into your life like a revolving door because they don't have healthy boundaries. And the only people that are upset with you setting boundaries are the people that are benefiting. Listen to me clear. The only people that are upset with you setting healthy boundaries are the people who are benefiting from you not having healthy boundaries. And those people typically don't have consideration for their own lives or yours. And so I was talking to a family member, and she made perfect sense. She said, and I'm going to try to get this correctly. She said people who have ignored and have lived their lives recklessly, ignoring the benefits of having God in their lives to guide them, and have just trashed their lives, don't get to have the same authority to come in and make your life a wasteland. Man, that blew my mind. That just blew my mind. And today I just had a conversation with my brother that I needed to have my younger brother. You can sit down and learn from other people. I love sitting down. I know, people say I have a lot to say, and I do. But there's nothing like sitting with someone else, learning from them and hearing their intellect, because we all are like a big tapestry. We all have, like, my eyebrows, my eyelashes, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my body, my head, everything, my toenails, all that serves a purpose in the body. So we're all connected. And how will you know who you are if you're not being true to yourself? And so my brother, we had a great conversation. And I was so enlightened, and I'm still enlightened. And I said I was going to do this video eventually, but I said today's got to be today. My brother was able to, I didn't know how much he esteemed me. And I esteem me, but you really got to be careful because you don't know who's watching you. And I'm so grateful for him to even take out time of his schedule, even though he's a restaurant worker and he has a little bit more time, but he could be doing other things with his solitude. Here where we are, he can't go to work until indefinitely. So he's kind of, so to speak, been laid off, but he made sure he called his big sister. And I answered the phone, and I'm glad that I knew to answer this call. And he has literally put so much in perspective for me today. And he helped me to understand it's okay to walk in who you are. It's okay. And I found out by talking with my brother, I knew I had some things blocking me. And sometimes, here's what's blocking me. Sometimes I love people more than I love myself. And what I mean by that, that's not a bad thing. But sometimes when we're not true to our own limitations and our own assignments and our own call and our own vision, our own dreams and our own goals, we put people in front of that. And the last thing I want to do is go to the grave with everything, every talent and every gift that I've been afforded. And we can do that by putting other people who don't have goals or dreams in front of our goals and dreams. And then the cemetery continues to be the most wealthiest place on earth. What I'm saying is, get what you have to get. Know what you have to know. Work on that confidence. And confidence comes from understanding. And understanding comes from getting the information that's necessary. You can reject this information that I'm sharing with you. You can accept it, or you can just leave it there. Ultimately, the choice is yours. But you were born to take risks, just like I was. It's just the mental conditioning of fear and lack that keeps us from living out our true divine purpose. My goal is to raise the awareness of who we are, help you get to a good mental picture of yourself. I'm here after this video. In a couple of hours, I'll be posting something that talks about self-image. I hope you find today that you can be true to yourself, you know, and don't dim your light, because the world needs it right now. And I'm not getting on here as an end-time prophet or anything like this. I've been doing this. What I'm doing now, I've been doing at least since I was 27 that I'm aware of. It's just that now I'm brave enough to get on here and do videos. If you go back, my YouTube was started, I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago. There's videos on my YouTube channel. I started Sisters Inspiring Sisters, your life coach connection back in, oh my God, 2010. So it's just now I'm just becoming more aware of my call, and I'm yielding myself to the all, whom I call God, the Spirit, the all. God is everything. So I call God the all. I've yielded myself to the all, to God, the Father. Totally yielded. Because who am I not to share my gift? Who am I not to share what's been downloaded in me? Who am I to keep people in the dark if I know someone needs help? This message isn't for everybody, but it is for that one somebody who's ready. Because like I said yesterday on my video, when the student is ready to know and hear and act, the teacher will appear. So this is your girl Tawana with Table Talks with Tawana. I am so excited that you're watching this. I'm so excited for everybody that's been sharing. It has really moved my heart. I love people. I really do. And I want people to know who they are. That's what Christ came to do. To help you get a better image, because you cannot be used greatly. You cannot live out your gift. You cannot carry out your gift. You cannot live out your purpose if you don't have a healthy self-image. So this is your girl Tawana with Table Talks with Tawana. Like I said before, I thank you in advance for hitting like, subscribing to this YouTube channel, and sharing this on your social media as you are led to. Again, hit that bell so you'll know when I have new videos coming out. Right now, I have nothing but time. I am still homeschooling my children, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm just going to keep going forward, because my faith says that no matter what happens, all is well, and I'm going to keep living until because I'm going to live my life and not leave my life on full. I'm going to leave my life on empty. I hope you do the same. Thank you in advance. Be blessed.